The opportunity for a few severe storms over the next few days before our first summer heat wave of the year begins next week. Let's talk about it in the Thursday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 8th of June, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Buddy-in-Chief David Reimer. It was a wet night across portions of the Panhandle. We had flooding develop once again in the city of Amarillo. Unfortunately, gaining in some structures this time around. Thunderstorms this morning still in portions of northwest Texas, the Big Country, south into the Hill Country, and the Concho Valley, watching 2 to 3 clusters of storms that have been slowly moving to the east-southeast overnight. These should be dissipating by the time you watch this video, hopefully. Otherwise, they should be mostly gone around sunrise. However, those thunderstorms are likely to leave outflow boundaries, which could spark off additional thunderstorms this afternoon across portions of the Concho Valley, north central Texas, south into the Hill Country, South Texas, the Victoria Crossroads, all the way down to the middle Texas coast, the Coastal Bend, the Rio Grande Valley, even portions of the Brazos Valley in southeast Texas. Storm Prediction Center says isolated severe storms are possible, although there is a chance we may see portions of this upgraded to a level 2 risk a bit later if a more focused corridor of scattered severe thunderstorm potential becomes evident. Main severe weather threat today, localized damaging wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles an hour, maybe some pocket change size hail, golf ball size perhaps if we have an overachieving thunderstorm and, if my voice doesn't go out. Tornado threat today is pretty much non-zero. Not likely whatsoever, but I'm not going to say impossible because then Mother Nature would find a way and I would look like a fool. In terms of the high-res rapid refresh model, here's what that model is showing for thunderstorm initiation this afternoon. You can see scattered strong to severe storms developing across portions of north central Texas, the eastern Concho Valley. Those then progress to the southeast, either as individual storms or perhaps a small cluster. And some of those, again, the potential for some strong winds, hail, very heavy rainfall that could cause some flooding, and frequent cloud-to-ground lightning. So again, if thunder roars, go indoors. We'll keep an eye on those storm chances as we get into this afternoon and share any updated information if a more focused corridor of strong to severe storm potential becomes evident. So we head into Friday, the potential for isolated severe storms shifts back off to the west-northwest. Isolated severe storms possible across the Texas Panhandle, northwest Texas, west central Texas, generally east of I-27, east of Plainview, east of Lubbock, down to the Big Country and southwest along the dry line into portions of the Concho Valley. Isolated severe storms tomorrow. We could see the same as today. Localized winds 60 to 70 miles an hour, maybe some hail up to the size of golf balls. Very heavy rainfall that could cause some flooding, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, and just like today, the tornado threat is non-zero. In terms of what the high-res rapid refresh model showing for tomorrow, you could see, generally speaking, isolated storms possible by the mid to late afternoon. Those may form into a cluster that then progresses off to the east while slowly weakening tomorrow night into early Saturday morning into portions of the Big Country in North Texas. We may actually see a few storms continue into Saturday morning across portions of the Big Country in North Texas. Cloud-to-ground lightning, maybe some small hail, localized heavy rain. That'll be something we have to watch for as we get a bit closer into tomorrow, since most of these setups we've been dealing with the last few weeks are very mesoscale dependent, meaning small-scale meteorology, outflow boundaries, versus a big upper-level jet stream coming on in, which brings us into Saturday because we are actually going to have a bit of an upper-level jet stream coming on in with a potent little storm system in the upper levels that'll be quickly moving through. And this one actually will bring back wind shear, which means a more organized convective mode possible, meaning in pretty much instead of dealing with pop-up storms that rain themselves out within an hour or two, we may actually be dealing with a more organized convective mode. Supercells, perhaps. And that means the potential for hail, localized damaging wind gusts, maybe a spin-up tornado, and the current threat zone, generally speaking, Texoma, North Texas, Northeast Texas, East Texas. We may see isolated storms pop up during the afternoon hours across Oklahoma into North Texas. Those could then grow upscale into clusters that move east with the potential for damaging winds and hail into Saturday night, along with some heavy rain. We'll have to keep an eye on it. So we take a look at the forecast rain totals over the next 3 days. You can really see where that thunderstorm potential develops on Saturday. The potential for 1 to 2 inches of rain across portions of North Texas into Northeast Texas. We may see the chance for at least isolated severe thunderstorms continue into Sunday and perhaps even Monday and Tuesday across portions of Texoma, North Texas, and Northeast Texas, but uncertainty remains high at this point, so it's going to be something we watch for in future updates. What is pretty confident is that it's going to be getting hot this weekend, and then by next week, we're going to be entering our first heat wave of the summer with triple digits galore across the state. In fact, I'll just start showing you the high temperatures over the next few days. You can see we're already going to be toast again into this weekend, but then we just start getting warmer and warmer as we get into next week. High temperatures across the state climbing well into the 90s to the lower 100s. You can see by Tuesday we're going to have multiple locations well over 100 degrees. Heat index values probably a good 5 to perhaps 8 degrees higher than the actual air temperature, resulting in some folks easily exceeding 105 degrees in the heat index department. And then here's Wednesday of next week from the National Weather Service. You can see we have most of the I-35 cities above 100 degrees, even touching 100 in Houston. Heat index values well over 105 degrees likely. Portions of the Edwards Plateau, Permian Basin, Concho Valley, into the Rio Grande Plains, perhaps flirting with 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit by midweek of next week. So guess what? It's going to be getting toasty here across the state, though we'll have to still keep an eye out for perhaps at least a little bit of a chance for storms. Otherwise, that's it for your Thursday Texas Weather Roundup. We'll be keeping an eye on storm chances later today and into tomorrow and Saturday. As always, you can keep an eye on the sky with the free Texas Storm Chasers interactive weather radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com/radar, and in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Y'all have a great Thursday, and God bless.